From CNN International, this is World News.
And good evening from London. I'm Hilary Bowker. Coming up on this edition of World News, making contact. Just minutes from now, the Mars Pathfinder will attempt to land on the red planet.
Talk us through these last few minutes as Pathfinder makes its way to Mars.
The animations were done in NASA to have photorealistic animation done. The tether gets cut and the rockets on the back shell gets fired again. It's bouncing along the surface trying to come to a rest.
How high is it bouncing right now?
It can range anywhere from 3 or 4 stories high, maybe up to 6 or 7 stories high.
Awaiting news of the landing as well. Let's listen in. We're so used to seeing pictures from the space shuttle. And practicing contact. Russia's cosmonauts simulate repair work for the crippled Mir space station.
It's impossible to put a camera up there in space.
It is okay.
Yes. Now the real fun begins, where you start doing engineering experiments, science experiments, to find more information about Mars, the planet itself.
Now there was a
much closer together. It is like a small company program. They've all worked very hard. It's a lot of energetic people trying to pull this thing off against a lot of odds, and you get very nice products.
We are now in a blackout situation. We'll essentially begin to retract airbags. If it finishes up, we will keep our eyes peeled, of course.
The computer entry, physically or technologically, exactly what did they get?
It's almost like the static you would have on the FM radio, and the level of the static will tell them some information.
These are the greatest living experts on Mars, one would imagine. How much does anyone really know about?
A little bit about what the software thinks.
20 years ago was the last time we had significant information come from Mars. So it's over 20 years since we have any new information other than what the Hubble telescope has been able to give us. So we only know maybe 2 or 3% of what Mars may have to offer to us over the next 20, 30 years as we send 10 more missions to Mars.
Telecom reports solid state power amp off.
Those pyrotechnical devices blow bolts so that the airbags can be retracted inward.
We have a model. You have kindly brought a model of the landing craft. I don't know if we can get a tighter picture of it.
Discarded. This here is what landed on Mars. It does not have the airbags around.
It's self-orienting itself. How does it do that in a strange world? Tell the experts back home where it is.
And it can send up their high-gain antenna here. Antenna working, they can transmit back nice pictures to look around to see what the environment is like.
Oklahoma, thanks for being with us. Stay with us. We're going to have to take a break, but we'll be back in a moment.
Spacecraft has landed base pedal down. What are the odds?
What's Hawaii sound to you? We sure have the miles.
See USA Today for the World Phone Access number of the country you're calling from.
News and information are essential for today's travelers.
Reason to cheer. The Mars Pathfinder has landed on the red planet. The entry, descent, and landing about half an hour ago.
My hand here, this is a 1/10 model, so it would not be much bigger than the size of this table. Have enough, and they try to get as much power as they possibly can, so the whole top surface is a solar panel. That solar panel will help operate equipment on the rover. It'll also charge the batteries that are on the rover. Without that, they will not be able to have an extended mission. There is enough power in the batteries to go 7 days, but if they want to go beyond the 7 days, they're going to have to draw heavily upon these solar panels to recharge the batteries and to keep it going.
Right now, though, once again, it is a cold night on Mars.
Carriers. We've confirmed that the spacecraft is now completed pedal deployment, and we're transmitting our final semaphore on the low-gain antenna.
Propulsion Lab, where John Zarella and Donna Shirley are waiting for the first data from Mars, which should begin arriving in 52 seconds. John,
you know, and one of the interesting things, too, about Mars, this first sunset may be blue instead of red. They said there's some possibility.
That's what Peter said.
Yeah, Donna Shirley is with us. And just to give our viewers an idea of just how small everything is, tell us what that is.
Okay, this is a stretched-out radio. And this is a commercial.
Man in there who is making a home movie of the computer screen, so when that first data begins to come down on the screen, he will have it for his grandchildren.
Okay, well, why don't I talk about what's going to happen?
And when you get it, it doesn't necessarily mean for the viewers out there that there's anything wrong because they're not hearing anything right now.
Absolutely not. In fact, we don't know exactly when anything is going to happen.
Now the team is back to business as they start to analyze that data and interpret exactly what the state of the lander is.
What's going on?
Yeah. I think we're okay.
Back from the Mars Pathfinder saying that everything on board was okay. Let's listen and look at the reaction there in the Mars Pathfinder mission control room one more time.
We have deoxygenation!
All right.
I want to congratulate all of you. And Dan, to all of NASA, this new way of doing business, faster, better, cheaper, is certainly being borne out by this dramatic success today.
So I think Brian probably has to leave, and we'll be back again at 3:30 for a more formal, extensive press conference. Thank you.